Lies of P. This isn't a Dark Souls ripoff, maybe it's a Bloodborne theme park ride, or does this game actually hold its own weight? From challenging boss encounters, and I mean some challenging boss encounters that might make you replace a controller or two, to enemies, to bigger enemies, to some really annoying, tedious enemies, and to some that outright tests your patience as a gamer enemies, to dozens of weapons to choose from, some that are flashy, fun, or just downright hysterical, to customization so you can build the one that best fits your playstyle. To maps, from the start of the game to the rolling credits, and this is my review of Lies of P. Lies of P offers a lot of similarities to some of my favorite games like the Dark Souls series, Bloodborne, Elden Rings, and hey, if it's not broken, why fix it? This game offers a lot of challenges to the combats and engagements you get yourself into. You make a mistake, and you are going to pay for it like I do here. Like I'm literally getting roasted right now, get kicked back in my head, and I'm cooking, and I die. I die a lot in this game, and I mean a lot. However, Lies of P does offer ways to help you along your journey. Legion arms that provide you with special movesets, such as a flamethrower that you see here, so you can do the roasting instead of being roasted. Electrocute somebody, get them a shock with their lifetime. Even a grappling hook to close the distance between you and this window shopper. Come here, buddy. That's not on sale. Throwables, oh, these things came in clutch. They are absolutely important in this game. I recommend using them. They can keep that distance between you and the enemy. Now, every time you kill an enemy, you're going to get ergo. And ergo is used to level up your stats. This will keep you growing stronger and keeping up with that skeleton that keeps this game challenging. And throughout the world of Lies of P, you're going to find ambulance and defensive parts that are going to help you along your journey. All this is crucial in building your character. However, I found perfect guarding as my best solution. To perform a perfect guard, you got to time your guards to block an attack right before it's about to hit you. This took a lot of practice, and personally, it's probably a get good issue for myself. However, this comes with some huge advantages as regular enemies and bosses. Perfect guard breaks their weapons, making them stackable and leaving them open for some devastating attacks. You will need all the tools and everything you'll learn to deal with these elites. And let me tell you, these elites give you a lesson in humility. At least they did for me, especially the stupid freaking bear. Oh my gosh, I hate you. However, as you progress and you start timing their attacks and getting these perfect guards on, you are going to get a little bit better, and maybe 1 out of 10 or 15 tries, you will actually beat these guys and progress. And when you do, and you perform something like this, it's so satisfying. There are plenty of elites to keep you on your toes and keep pressing your limits. However, this is nothing in comparison to the bosses the game has to offer. Bosses in Lies of P are absolutely challenging. They beat me like a ragdoll, and they continue to beat me over and over and over again. I honestly found Lies of P's bosses to be the most challenging encounters I've ever had in any video game, including the Dark Souls series, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Rings. Not saying those games were a challenge, but something with these bosses. I don't know if I wasn't just getting it, but it took me so many tries to learn their patterns and to get these perfect guards off. However, once you start learning their patterns, you start getting the hang. Oh, it's a clown. Oh no, it's a clown. Oh gosh, I hated this guy. Oh my gosh. I died so many times to a sub-boss. I hated that guy with such a passion. Anyways, when you do learn their patterns and you end up beating them for the first time, that sense of achievement is second to none. It feels great, especially the epic battles when you are looking death in the eye and you still push forward to get that last kill. Oh, the sweet taste of victory. I loved it. Loved it. Especially against this guy. Again, it's this stupid clown. I don't even know if I should talk about this guy, but this guy destroyed me so many times. Ugh. Great encounters, great boss fights. let's talk about the weapons Lies of P has to offer. Lies of P has no shortages of weapons. There are dozens to choose from that you're going to find throughout your play. Take this butcher knife, for example. Some slash and gutting action right here. Our two-handed weapon to smash some skulls with. Our boss weapons that have their own unique abilities. A two-handed weapon saw. This one's a lot of fun to play with. Or for the ones that like to get up close and personal, your dagger for some stabby action. Now, if these weapons in original forms don't fit your style, you can customize them. Take your favorite blade with your favorite handle and build the weapon that best fits your playstyle. Take this wrench, for instance. I put the wrench with the police baton for some serious one-handed damage overhead. Absolutely amazing. It staggered the enemies really quickly, and I was able just to crush them with this. I love this weapon. It's a lot of fun. Now, real quick, let's go back to the prosthetic arms. I know we did talk about the shock arm. We also talked about the flamethrower, but we didn't talk about the shield. I love the shield and use it most through my gameplay. For any mistakes I made with the perfect guard or for blocking, I was able to substitute it with this shield if I made any mistakes, and I also getting some damage. Loved it. Now, P organs in Lies of P is a skill tree that features both passive and active abilities. There were a lot to choose from that can increase your health, increase your items. You can really narrow down your build with this. So much to choose from. But I love the weapons, I love the choices that Lies of P offer, and it really helps out a lot. Now, let's talk about maps real quick. Lies of P has a gritty, dark, and appealing look to it. I like it. The map flow is good as you progress through the acts and sets the tone of what is happening and what to expect. You can tell they put quite the amount of effort into details. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. However, there were not a lot of secrets to discover throughout my gameplay, which I personally enjoy and find it to be very engaging and encourages exploration and looking around every nook and cranny. It just didn't have it. That's okay. Also, the maps were not very large or very dense through most of the acts, except the last one, which was the largest of them all. The last act was absolutely perfect in scope and in density, and personally, I would have preferred the other acts that had that same appeal. As the other acts seem to be a bit more linear and on rails. Even though I have a couple complaints about it, it was fun, it was still engaging and immersive in its own way. Overall, it was a good job of rooms of improvement for a future DLC or a sequel. One last thing I want to mention before I get to my final thoughts is the story that Lies of P tells. The story of Pinocchio, a robotic puppet which is loosely inspired by Carlo Collodi's novel, The Adventures of Pinocchio. Now, if I sabotage that name, I do apologize. Puppets were created in the city of Krat using airgun that was discovered beneath the city. They were able to harness this power, and soon the puppets were all over Krat, bringing peace, prosperity, and advancement. However, something happens and the puppets start to turn on the citizens. You wake up at an abandoned train station in Krat City, overwhelmed by madness and bloodthirst, and your journey begins by having a single note that reads, "Find Geppetto, he's here in the city." The story was decent in its own right. It's not the main reason that I was playing this game, but for people that enjoy a story, there is one here. Lies of P didn't attempt to reinvent the wheel, and it didn't need to. The game's mechanics were solid and enjoyable, despite the challenges and the taunting from the enemies. Talking about that stupid clown and the bear, can't leave the bear out. I personally had a great time playing. Although some of the bosses felt excessively difficult, possibly due to my lack of skill, nonetheless, it's an experience I'm grateful for. If you were a fan of the Dark Souls series, including Sekiro and Bloodborne, and you thrive on the thrill of a demanding and pungent game that requires frequent deaths, then I highly recommend Lies of P. This game will truly push your limits. However, if you lack the patience to die a lot, and I mean a lot, and to learn the mechanics and timing of the more difficult fights, I don't believe this game will align with your preference. Thank you for taking time to watch my review. I'm still refining my niche, so if you have any constructive feedback on how I can improve my content for your benefit and entertainment, please let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching. This is Couch Gladiator signing off.